Good morning there, everybody. Happy 111. This is Carpo coming at you from the back room. So, what inspired this video this morning was I got up and it's been one of those days where it's not a very common day. Like, things are kind of a little bit out of place, a little different. My mom's been staying with us for a few months, and she's moving out today. And at the same time, so I'm helping her move. At the same time, I was out of coffee this morning, which sounds like nothing, you know. So you're out of coffee, big deal. Of course, my mom had some coffee, and I just borrowed some of hers. I have a point here. So then I drove my son to school, and my wife's car was driving kind of funny. And obviously, it seems like the tranny was slipping. I think it just needs some fluid. So anyway, I get back here. All these things combined seem like nothing. A cup of coffee, typical car issue, somebody moving. They're big for a lot of people, but they're not. They're completely different things, is what I'm saying. I'm saying that even the slightest change in your daily routine can, I don't know, change your way of thinking, change your whole mind. Anybody, I think most people can relate if you ever go on vacation and you wake up in the morning and you're all excited to go out and enjoy the day because you're in a new place, a different place. Or camping, or you stay the night at a friend's house, or whatever it may be. And when you get stuck in the routine and the monotony of daily life, then it's easy to just fall into these ruts and routines. Wake up at a certain time, go to bed at a certain time. But for example, if you go out drinking or hanging out with friends, you don't really have to be drinking or even consuming, but the excitement of being with people brings the mood up and maybe changes your schedule of sleep. So what I'm trying to get at here is how we look at things. And actually what inspired me to talk about this was waking up and I saw this piece of calcite I have. It's a stone, semi-clear stone. People have probably seen it if you put it like over, they're rhombus shaped, you put them over like some words or like in a book or something in it, and it makes it double. It has to do with the way that light's refracted through the stone. Anyway, as I was walking through the living room, I caught a glimpse from an angular view into it, and there was a reflection, and it seemed to have a certain pattern to it. It looked like a W, like a shape, maybe an M, whatever. And instantly all these thoughts go through my head about perceptions. Everything that happens to me, little moments like that, I try to really consider it and ask how I can relate that to life, because I believe in these little circles within circles within circles, and it's these little patterns and things that we discover can tell us more about the bigger picture. Looking at that and seeing it at a certain angle and having it create a pattern, it made me instantly think about how people see a certain subject, or somebody believes something or wants to believe something. And so they look at it from the angle to where it looks right, and they refuse to move their position, you know, because you move to the other side of the stone and it looks like something completely different. This, I find this important because I believe everything is a bit conscious in its own sense, that things have energy. I've never really had a name to apply to the way of thinking, how I picture the universe and the world, until just the other day when I saw this video about panpsychism, which pan means the whole, and psychism obviously is mind related. It means that everything is mind. So panpsychism, I guess, could be, you might say that it would be attractive to many of the ancient philosophers, just because it assumes that everything is aware, that everything becomes aware in its own way, but not like everything's conscious. Obviously this candle holder isn't thinking about me, but it doesn't mean that it's not aware in its own whatever. Hard to define. If a person puts love into an art project, does that art project become something beyond just paint on a canvas? If it invokes a certain mood, then can that art piece have its own personality? Not personality, but rather its own energy, okay? And a person may think that the energy is being derived from the person who's observing the art, but that art may invoke emotions from our, primal mind that we just can't explain. I guess I'm really not sure how to put all this. It's just looking at things at a different angle, but making sure to look at it all the way around from every angle to make sure we don't get caught up in cornering ourselves into having to defend what we think or what we believe. I'll leave it there. Gotta run some errands anyway. Talk to y'all later.